Till this day, y'all seen that meme? Till this day, people think that I'm the original singer of Stand By Me. Like people who maybe haven't heard English music or Benny King. I know people who just now are tweeting like, wow, Royce isn't the original singer of Stand By Me. What's up, Billboard? It's Prince Royce, and this is Growing Up Dominican in the Bronx. When the night has come. I grew up on 140th, 3rd Avenue, Patterson Projects, Bronx, New York. The neighborhood, it was full of life. People playing basketball. There was like an older guy downstairs who would always play music blasting. Summer times where there's always, block parties and stuff like that. I lived not too far from, it's a famous strip club in the Bronx, but they closed it. I gotta remember the name. Hold on, let me search something real quick. Yo, real quick, loco, what's the name of that strip club that was on the block that they closed it? Sin City. My family's always been very tight, and most of my friends have been like my cousins. My dad was a cab driver, my mom worked at a beauty salon. We were always very close. Barbecues, family parties, but we'd go to DR for like 2 months during the summers, and out there I'd listen to like merengue, bachata, salsa, my grandmother, Dominican food at home. Mango, salami with cheese in the morning, which is a very heavy, that's Dominican breakfast. Dominicans siempre están en coro. Dominicans always want to have fun. I think that culture and Dominican culture 100% influenced me in growing up. My personality as a child, I've always been the shy person. People think I'm mad outgoing, but I'm outgoing if I know you, I wouldn't say I was the popular kid. I think a lot of people knew me, but I wasn't in the middle of the spotlight. First I had a tape player. It was a yellow, bulky with the rubber. Then I got a CD player, and I remember listening Usher, You Remind Me, big Eminem fan, I know all the Eminem records. Enrique Iglesias, Mark Anthony, Ventura. Usher was one of the first artists that I would listen to and be like, yeah, I want to sing like that guy. He sounds so cool, the runs and stuff like that. Singing in the shower was when I discovered that I have talent. My mom would always say, your songs sound way better than the stuff that we're hearing on the radio. 13 was when I was messing with the singing, but I think 14, 15, I was singing the talent shows. By 16, I was already taking it serious. I was handing out flyers, going to festivals. I got my song played on the radio because I did some contest. At first, it was just a hobby like anything else. I was still going to school. Little by little, you meet more people, you do more things. And my cousins, we go on rollerblades, and we go to the Dominican Day Parade, and we'd hand out my demo to girls, and I'd sing to girls, and it'd be fun. We'd make it a thing to it was our own little street team. So I think my family's always been very supportive. Most people started calling me Royce by 16 as my middle name. I got with a guy who was a rapper. His name was Gino, and we had a group actually called Gino and Royce. I was doing music, but he got me into actually writing my own songs. We would write to those Looney Tune beats, reggaeton beats. My first performance as Prince Royce, it was a Wednesday. It was raining at a club in Queens. It was bad. I'm why are they putting me here on a Wednesday? I remember saying where my ladies at? And there was nobody screaming. But that was a memorable moment for me because it was I'm nervous, and I'm no one's haciéndome coro. No one's rocking with me, And I remember just keeping it going. That's what you gotta go through, I've already built the skin up to I'm gonna do my set, boom, 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 and that's it, So yeah, that was the first Prince Royce performance. My first album, 100% did not know I was making something special, but it felt special. I was in college. I was working at a cell phone store, doing it with my own money. Okay, a demo. I didn't know how this worked. I recorded 7 songs. It took me $8,000 to do it. I had a manager by then. He tells me about this guy called Sergio George. By then, I had already been pretty much denied by a lot of major record labels. I go to Brooklyn, I'm meeting Sergio for the first time. We're listening to the songs, and he goes, oh, you sound like Charlie Sa, which I never understood why he says that, because I still don't think I sound like him. I don't know nothing. And he's like, cool, so let's sign him, whatever. And I'm like, all right. And yeah, that's kind of how it starts. And cool, we're gonna do a music video to Corazón Sin Cara in 2 weeks. To Corazón Sin Cara flops, whack. And he's like, let's do a cover. What are your 3 old school songs? I write 3 songs down. You Remind Me, Usher, this is my favorite Usher song. Yesterday, The Beatles. And I write Stand By Me, Benny King. He chooses Stand By Me. Cool. He's like, yo, we're gonna do a bachata version to this. I'm like, I'll write the Spanish parts. We do it. They add violins on it. I'm like, yo, I think this is whack. Not because I thought it was whack, but I thought doing a cover now of some song that's random to be in bachata, really, But whatever, I'm just riding the wave. then I hear the song on the radio from that old guy. Remember there's an old guy that always played the radio? That was my first time hearing the song on the radio. I'm excited. Things start happening. Song hits #1. I was dead ass like, cool. Cause the thing is, I don't like to get super excited about things. And honestly, I was still very scared. Bro, the record that I thought was like my best record was for flop. I hit with a cover song. Obviously it was like bittersweet. I'm happy, I'm excited. Till this day, y'all seen that meme? Till this day, people think that I'm the original singer of Stand By Me. Like people who maybe haven't heard English music or Benny King. I know people who just now are tweeting like, wow, Royce isn't the original singer of Stand By Me. We start doing interviews and stuff. We re-released Corazón Sin Cara. Song hits #1. Song is a bigger #1 than Stand By Me. Start singing at award shows. I sing in this award show, and then my album hits #1. 100% first album was a slow burn that blew up. Not that I thought it wasn't gonna be successful, but I definitely didn't think it was gonna be #1. College dropout. I think by then I leave school because I'm traveling, I'm trying to do things. 3 shows a night. I remember coming home like my skinny jeans full of cash, coming to the projects full of cash, like depositing in the ATM machine in Bank of America. I saw a tweet like, oh, what's Prince doing taking the train? And I'm like, oh, my bad, didn't know I couldn't take the train no more. I stopped taking the train, I'm taking cabs now, you know? So like little by little, like my life started changing. Second album was a lot of pressure. I did this first album, kind of no expectations. And now the second album is like, okay, people are going to listen to this. I was still very scared to like my third album. Like as far as solidifying myself, Daddy Yankee was my first collaboration. That was very important for me. It was like something that was outside of bachata too, tropical fusion. When I performed with Benny King at the Latin Grammys, I think that was a big deal for me. Here's this cover that changed my life. For me was like, kind of like his approval. I think I've matured a lot. There's 100 challenges. You know, certain things that happen that bum you out, that it's like, damn, you know, or certain things that you might feel got stolen from you or whatever. And I still get emotional about it, but I think I'm trying to do a better job. I think you grow from your mistakes, you grow from learning things, from seeing things, from meeting people. Once it's like my 3rd, 4th albums, I started feeling like, okay, I'm still here, I'm making more money, I'm able to move, I was able to move out, I was able to move my mom out. So once I started doing things for like other people, started feeling like, okay, I'm doing my thing, like I'm here, Royce is here. Even if I don't hit #1 today, I hit #1 tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I released my album Alter Ego last year, but Carita Inocente, which is a single, broke a Guinness World Record on the Billboard chart. Now I'm back in the studio. We released my new song called Lao Lao. I'm working on new music. Hopefully I'll go on tour. And if I don't go on tour, I'll be doing a lot of TikToks. No, it's not. At this point, I just want to keep growing, doing what I love, which is music, taking care of the people I love. I want to innovate. I want to do new things. I've been in this like 12 years now. I had a lot of perseverance, I had a lot of hard work. I think there was talent involved, but I think there was a little bit of luck involved. I think you do need a little bit of luck. So I think you kind of just like, grab life by the balls and believe, and just, you know, go for it. And if you fall, you get back up. Growing up Dominican from the Bronx, I couldn't ask for anything else. Like, I think that if I was born somewhere else, maybe I wouldn't even be here today. I think being Dominican made me sing bachata. Being from New York gave me the hunger as well. I also thank my parents too that had the balls. Let me stop. Thank my parents too that had the guts to come to New York as immigrants and try to live out that American dream. And I think they're very proud of me. Thanks so much for listening to my story. See you soon. Love you. I'm out. Peace.